Here are some other ideas for working on Valse Triste. First of all, we're going to get away from the A minor to E minor, or to E depending on your box, and go from A minor to G. Now there are two ways of playing G. You can play it on the push, or on different buttons on the pull. So the outside row on the pull is G, and on the push is G. But we're looking at the ones beneath on the outside row to the A buttons, so that's going to be in the other direction to the A. So as we did with the A to E, we're now going to do from the A to G. So the first thing is just to 2 bars of each. You may feel that you don't know where to press with your hand, so the box doesn't move around. For me, it's the fatty part of the thumb, the base of the thumb, as it meets the palm of the hand. So it's about there that I feel the push. There's no problem with the pull because that's the back of the whole hand. By the way, don't wear a watch. You might find it easier not to wear a watch and it won't scratch your box. Make sure you get enough of your hand through. If you're planning on using your little finger a lot, you might find that you need to rotate your hand more to make sure that your little finger is really working. I particularly only use my little finger if I'm using more complex chords, and I tend to work with the other 3. So, and the push for me is in there. So pull on the A, and then switch to the G and push. So practice that for a bit. Find your E again. Remember the 5th note of A minor. Pull, change button. Push, pull, push. Okay. Now, just with the A, just practice this pattern. I'll just do the right hand. That's actually the rhythm from the tune. But then I want you to practice it in equal note values. And although it's only 2 notes, it's a pattern of 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The reason it's good to practice that with the chord is that you'll want to coordinate those fingers, and that's not the right thing. So in other words, when you change from the bass to the chord, you'll want to change back to the bass as you come down here. So this is, if I were to call these fingers 2 and 1, just for the sake of arguments for now, okay? 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and this is, there were no repeat notes. So the temptation will be to play when you want to play. So now we've got the F against the A, and then the E against the A. So the temptation is to switch both hands together. So that's one of the first little good tips for coordinating. That's bass, chord, chord, and the pattern is together on the E with the bass, but then together with the F on the bass. So the first thing is practice the proper rhythm with the A horn part. And then do it staccato. And that's for finger precision, really, like sort of piston-like fingers. Not hard and not bangy, but it gives you a much more sort of definite action to practice. Practice playing long left-hand notes and short right-hand notes. So just long on the bass. Harder than it looks. And then when you practice that, with a little gap and then no gap. And then go into the even notes. And then twice as fast, which is actually easier. And then legato. So when you've practiced that, and then staccato. And then you can repeat the whole thing on the push without changing any of the buttons on the right hand. And it will give you the next notes of the tune. And you just play those against the G. So. The right hand doesn't change note buttons, it's the same buttons, but the push changes the notes, but the left hand has to change from the pull to the push. Change. And you'll find things that were easy on the pull may be harder on the push because your thumb is taking some of the pressure now. So the things that felt easy, no pressure there. When you're pushing, you've got a resistance, and obviously you want to keep your hand relaxed even though there's resistance. And when you've got that going well, change more rapidly. So. And every time you change from pull to push, you just jump back a row. Good luck.